Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Howard, and it's time to get stress-free. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode on the Stress-Free Educators Podcast. I am Dr. Howard. Welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about leaders versus educators. See, I was doing a little drum roll. Leaders versus educators. Now, what's the topic in this particular area, right? The subcategory. Leaders versus educators. We are going to talk about support staff abuse. That is the stress factor today. Leaders versus educator, support staff abuse. So you might be saying to yourself, well, I'm not support staff. It affects you too, because if support staff is stressed, the whole school is stressed. So let's do the setup. I got to give you how, like Sophia and Golden Girls, picture this. Sicily, 1995. So let me give you, that's what the setup is, right? So let me give you the setup, support staff abuse, okay? Although typically support staff are aspiring leaders, they cannot physically do all that and remain healthy and mentally sane. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like that social media influencer says, throw it away. Throw it away. Aspiring leaders, they cannot do all of that. Stop it. Stop it. They're humans. They're humans. They have children. They have families. You can't do that. Support staff abuse, you cannot do that. You just can't. Okay? Any work, right? I'm giving you the setup. Any type of work that is forced and not compensated is slavery. Oh, what an epiphany. Oh, I was set free when I realized that. Someone actually said it, someone who, and you might think it's a teacher or a support staff that said that. No, a leader actually said that to a group of people. It is slavery. If you do something that's not compensated, but you're doing it out of your free will, okay, you know what? I'm going to stay late after work. I'm going to do those personal initiatives. That's not slavery. That's you putting out some effort, putting out a little extra oomph. And so I put a little icing on the cake. That's you. When it's forced, okay, and not compensated for, so you're not getting any type of compensation for it, it is slavery. Stop it. Stop it. It is slavery. It really is time for us to go back to our contracts and read it. It's slavery. Anything outside of it is slavery. Now, when you're running a school, of course, there's no way that anybody could run a school and just do what the contract says. There's going to be stuff that you have to do above and beyond the call of duty. That is not what I'm saying. Yes. But when it is forced, not compensated for, and compensation does not mean money only, because sometimes you might not have the funds to compensate. You can compensate in other ways. There's other ways. And I'm not talking about buying them ice cream and giving them diabetes. Remember that episode? Go back to my other episode. Pumping them up with sugar. They're already sick. Buy them a broccoli, celery stick. The teachers are unhealthy. Stop feeding them this sugar. But anyway, I digress. That was just a reference to one of my other episodes. You need to check it out. And it's slavery. It really is. And how is it forced? when you get called into the office and they start off with, you're an aspiring leader. And aspiring leaders know how to work under pressure and multitask and do 10 million things at one time and handle it. And if I have to help you with everything, then I don't need you. Will you get those kind of talks? You're being forced. So now, the ignorant side of me, oh my God, I do want to be a leader one day. Oh my God, the last thing I want to do is to piss you off. Anxiety. Okay, well, I guess I better learn how to do 50 million things at one time. Oh, what you're saying is I can't ask for help. If I ask for help and say, look, I'm overwhelmed, and I ask, oh, you're weak. You are not an aspiring leader. Oh my God, I can't ask for help. So I'm coming to work. Oh my God, I got to get it done. I got to get it done. I got to get it done. I'm an aspiring leader. And this is what leaders do. That's the setup. Epiphany is slavery. That's not what leaders do. I know leaders out there, they go on vacation like every 3 months. So maybe I'm aspiring to be a boss and not a leader, because I know some, thank God for bringing these leaders in my life. I know some leaders, they are stress-free. I'm not saying they don't work hard, and I'm not saying it don't get tough. I'm not saying they don't face obstacles and challenges and feel like they want to pull their hair out sometimes. I'm not saying that, but overall speaking, they're stress-free. They're not staying late like that and all that stuff. And they're traveling with their families. They got a Twitter. They're on TikTok. I'm like, oh, but you're running a school. You're on TikTok? What? You ain't got nothing to do. Ain't no data to crunch. Balancing life. I have seen some leaders that are like, listen, when the work clock ends, so is my time. And I love it. So I want to aspire to be like them. So all this time I was aspiring to be like you. You want to not ask for help, do 10 million things at one time, literally slowly sending yourself to an early grave. That's what you want to aspire to be. That's not me. This is me. Where the leaders at that's going on vacation? Where how y'all balance y'all life? God put me in front of those kind of leaders. Put me in front of the leaders that they do TikTok. Put me in front of those. They have time for, how you find time for that? Huh? You still raise your kids, you still go to soccer, you're still a soccer mom, and you run a school? I need those kind of leaders. Not the ones who are going to tell me I am weak and not an asset to the school because I am literally about to be sick. I'm trying to tell you, okay, we gotta figure some stuff out. Well, if I told my boss that, as a leader, I have to just take it and take it and take it. Yeah, you're gonna take it and you're gonna keep taking it, and you the doctor gonna be like, okay, I'm sorry to tell you this. Stress is the underlying factor for almost, I feel like every disease out there, the underlying factor is stress. I just feel, I'm not a scientist, but I just feel like that's the root. That's the root, the stress. I don't know. There's so much science behind stress and what it does to your health. No, that is not an aspiring leader. And you're not paying me? Huh? I can't even say I'm making some money off doing all of this. No. And what you're not going to do is tell me I'm not a good leader because I'm asking for help. That's a lie. That is a lie. Support staff, that's abuse. Don't let them tell you that. Aspiring leader, don't let them tell you that. Don't let them tell you. Don't do it. Now, here's the flip side of things. Let's balance it out. Don't be rude. Don't be nasty. Don't be petty, right? That's not what this podcast is about. Do your job. Communicate, do your thing. That's not what I'm preaching here. What I'm preaching is change your mindset. No, you don't. You don't have to be the hero that does everything and your walkie goes off every 25 seconds. That's slavery. It's like we are calm if I again. No. No. It's slavery. Okay. So that was a situation. That was a setup. So you're supposed to be the literacy coach, but you are the Title I liaison, you are the yearbook coordinator, you're the cafeteria monitors coordinator person. You know what they do? They just throw the word. They just throw the word coordinator under everything to make it sound like you're leading. You ain't leading nothing. You're not leading. They make up these cool, oh, I'm the cafeteria monitor. No, they ain't got nobody else to watch, so they tell you to watch it. You know what I mean? It's like, did I do a good support staff? Total abuse. It's total abuse because we want to be maybe principals one day or stuff like that, and we're just taking it whoosh, 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 whoosh. The lashes over and over again, like, okay, well, maybe one day they'll promote me, and maybe one day they'll recommend me to be an AP, and maybe one day, I need their recommendation, and maybe one day, whoosh, whoosh, and maybe one day they'll let me live inside the slave house. Maybe one day. And then you get the biggest disappointment of your life. You went for a position, and you went for an interview, and they hired somebody else. Stop it. Support staff, stop it. It is a lie. Stop it. Don't disrespect the people now. Don't disrespect them, and don't go in there acting all petty. I'm not saying do that, but I'm just saying it's a lie. Shift. If this is stressing you out because you have, I want to be this, I want to be that, I'm trying to please my leaders, and because I want to move up, I want to be promoted, they hold that against you. It's like, ooh, she wants this so bad, so I'm going to take advantage of it. And they're going to milk it. Shift your mindset. Shift your mindset. Shift your mindset. If you need some help, it's okay. Stop making people think you don't need it. That's not what leaders do. Leaders just take, no. All right. And then you have, because they have you doing so many things, the staff hate. Support staff, the staff is supposed to like the support staff, because I'm here to support you. As a teacher, oh my gosh, yes, come in, help me. I don't know what I'm doing. Help me to learn, help my kids to grow. They're supposed to like support staff. They hate support staff. You know why? Because you are making us mini admins, and we're not supposed to be mini admins. So now the teachers have a block, because they're just like, oh, you just coming in to just be a principal and observe me. They think that they can, even though we tell them, we can't observe you and this and that. No, they have this now, because the leaders have us in those roles. We're really just supposed to support, have our small groups of students, and do what we need to do in our specialty, but we have to wear many hats. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with making many hats. I'm saying there's something wrong with they make you feel less of a person because maybe you can't handle all the hats. Now it's, well, do you really want to be an AP or not? They start to throw these little sayings at you. That's not fair. That is not fair. You can be a great person and just have a moment where you're, listen, I need some intervention. It's okay. Just like children, they need intervention. So do support staff. I need some help. No, it's too much for one person. It is too much for one person. And we do know we have a school to run. And sometimes, there's not enough staff. We know that some schools are terribly understaffed. We know that. And a support staff will actually be your ride or die if they're treated well. You have to treat them with, like, the work that they do for you needs to be appreciated and compensated in whatever way you can. Don't work for free. It needs to be. It needs to be. So okay, I'm wearing these hats, but I see that my leaders have respect for what I do. It's not just like, well, if you don't do it, I'm not going to recommend you for this AP job. support staff abuse. Shift your mindset. Shift your mindset, support staff. Shift your mindset. and then, not only do you want support staffs to wear all these hats, aspiring leaders, during the pandemic, you know, what happened was the substitute teacher pool was non-existent. I mean, of course, I don't blame the substitute teachers. It's COVID out there. I don't want to be bouncing all around these schools. So there was a substitute teacher crisis. When teachers have to take time off, who is going to sub? When it was virtual learning and the students were not actually physically on campus, it was kind of easier. Like, okay, the only thing we can do is asynchronous learning today. It was easier. However, you know what I mean? It's like when they returned to campus, teachers had to take time off. It was just crazy times, and there are no subs. So it's like when you take off, who's going to watch the class? So the only solution principals had was or cadre directors, et cetera. The only thing they had was, okay, the district staff and the people on the supportive side have to be the subs now. I mean, I can understand in terms of the times was just crazy, and it's like, what do we do? These kids are showing up and there's no teacher, and we can't have the kids. We can't have, first of all, it's COVID, so it's 6 feet apart and all this stuff. So we can't have them, you know, all chumped up in one area. We have to follow CDC guidelines. So it was understandable that support staff had to step in as substitutes. However, where the abuse comes in is no brainstorming sessions. Okay. Whenever a school is in crisis, okay, this is how you know it's support staff abuse. Whenever a school is in crisis, 15 to 20 teachers down, this going on, that going on, all this stuff. Whenever there's no brainstorm issues or support staff meetings, it is evident that it's support staff abuse. I'm telling you, you're not the smartest person on your team. If things are about to fall apart, it is time to lock the team in the conference room and don't come out till the final solution. Because I'm going to share this with you. Those that did brainstorming sessions figured out a way. They were very creative, and it was still union approved. Those that was afraid of the union and all this stuff, foolishness, it was still, they were able, and it wasn't, one person is not smart enough. So they were not able, it was hours and hours of support staff saying, well, what about this? What about the restructure? That was the restructure process. Okay, let's put this here. Let's put this on the clipboard. Let's move post-its. If that was not taking place and support staff was subbing, it is abuse. Y'all didn't even sit down and try to map out a plan with, okay, well, maybe this support staff can sub from this time to this time, and then boom, they're free for the afternoon. Then, okay, this situation, boom, 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 we're gonna encourage our staff, because see, the thing is, some staff members are taking time off for legitimate reasons, and some are not. So how are we going to have some incentives in place to have these people show up to work? I mean, come on. Let's rally up the teachers. Let's talk to these guys. We ain't got no subs. Come on. What can we do? Can we make one classroom all virtual, so that if that teacher is absent, it's kind of easy to deal with the virtual students, and then make all the kids be in one classroom? What can we do? If there was no brainstorming session in place to figure out the subbing situation, it is abuse. You got to brainstorm with the team. What's going? Ain't no support staff meeting. I'm just subbing every day. There's no meeting. We're not going to meet. We're not going to meet. No. Throw it away. Throw it away. Brainstorming sessions are a must for crisis, so that everybody can take on these hats, but we strategically now divide out the hats. It's not just like give it to Howard or throw it over here. No. The team gonna come together and we gonna work this out, because some schools were very successful with that sub crisis. They were so creative with it, and it was like, whoa. And some of you might be wondering, what's wrong with support staff subbing? when you're still being held accountable for the other stuff that you can't do while you're teaching the class. When a support staff member is in a class, it's not that they don't want to be with the kid. They were once teachers and stuff like that. They love it. That's not a problem. The problem is you still want me to crunch data, and there's some other administrative stuff that you're still holding me to do, and I can't do it while the kids are in front. What am I going to do? You're going to be mad if I put them on the computer all day. I got to try and teach them something. So it's like, how do I do that physically and then crunching your numbers on the slide? One of them got to go. If you have to use them for sub, it's just like, okay, we're going to take away all the coaching tasks. I guess we're just going to have to be the coaches ourselves. Something got to give. There's no way they can do both. There's no way. And no compensation, no nothing. And then when they complain, aspiring leaders, no. No. It's time to shift. It's time to shift the mindset. It's time to shift. All right, so personal experience. Personal experience. I have so many. I have so many. But okay, so I'm gonna share this one. I'm gonna give you a personal testimony of I experienced support staff abuse. So there was a time where there was a particular worker that was not performing. Now, here's the thing. Me and them earn the same salary. You're going to see why I said that. We earn the same pay. They're not doing their job. I was doing my job, handling it. Boom, 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 right? They see that in you. Support staff, y'all got to understand. You know the saying that says, the devil don't bother nobody that not doing nothing? Who, Jesus? If the principal not bothering you, and I know they bother people because they're not doing their job and they might be trying to write them up and stuff. But I'm saying if they're not, if your name is not being called, you ain't worth nothing to them. If you feel like you're being picked on, there's something in you. I'm telling you, I'm going to change your life when you shift your mindset. There's something in you. They want it. We just don't have enough confidence in ourselves to own it, right? They want it. So they saw that. Howard, we got that organization. She organized, and she, you know, I don't, she got flaws because everybody got flaws. But one thing about Howard, she gonna do the job. I can tell you that right now. I'm gonna do the job. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done. And I'm gonna come back to you with a whole report and 5 folders, color-coded. Here you go. That's how I roll. I have high work ethic. I'm not perfect, but I have high work ethic. It's gonna get done. I might be fussing all the way while doing it, but I'm gonna do it because I really don't want to displease my boss. So how I got that organized. This them behind the closed doors talking like I can't hear them in the spirit. But anyway, I digress. She got that organization thing. She got that how, but that so-and-so, she ain't doing it. She can't do. And this is what they do. All right, we got to get this done. Give it Howard. So I went through this phase, and because they're not talking to me, but here's the thing, guys, talk to the people. They were not talking to me about it. Or if they talked to me, it was like in codes and little, they be real. Because you could talk to your staff, but you're not being real. I love the leaders who are like, close the door, listen, off the record. They say you trash, but I'm going to help you tonight. Like, I like people like that. It hurt my feelings. Did you just say I'm trash? But it's like, okay, how can I fix myself? I like that. I love that. But then, you know, they try to do the listen, my brain is too, the way how my brain is wired, I done already read the lines through what you're trying to say. You're trying to be cute with it. So it was, they weren't really telling me, and everything was give it to Howard, give it to Howard, give it to Howard, give it to Howard. And I was like, I don't want to do this. I was doing it, but I was like, I don't want to do this. I want to go home. I'm tired. I want to go to the gym. I want to work out. I want to eat healthy, but oh, let me eat this hamburger. I get this done. You know, I was like, give it to Howard. This is me. Give it to her. Okay. Grit, grit. And no one was really telling me why. And I'm thinking, I'm interpreting it as a negative thing. Oh, they don't like me, so they're trying to overwhelm me, so I leave or quit or tick me off or something. Not realizing there's something in me that they can't get from nobody else. And they go exploit it for free. Ooh, let's take a pause on that. Exploit it for free. And justify it by saying, aspiring leaders. I'm so glad I had that epiphany. I am so free right now. And I'm about to set all of y'all free. All of y'all. No. So it was give it to Howard, give it to Howard, give it to Howard. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? And I decided to say something. I decided to say something because I couldn't take it anymore. And surprisingly, you know, the truth came out. And I was able to say no. And I you know, say no. And the conversation went decently. You know, maybe they were not 100% pleased because they wanted me to just do it so they don't have to be bothered with it. But it went decently, and I felt so much better and like, okay, it's okay. And I felt so released. Sometimes we are stressed out because we don't release it. And support staff, that is your kryptonite. You're holding it in because you want to be a, you know, they holding that over you, you're holding it in, you're holding it in, you're holding it in. And that's your stress factor. Release it. Have conversations. Have conversations. When I finally had that conversation and the truth finally came out, oh, you know, it was because this person, they're not going to do it, and they're going to. So because that person wasn't doing their job, we earn the same pay. Right? But so I was getting that person's job. Here's my tip to you leaders about that. You have people at your establishment that they're not doing so great and they're doing so great. Instead of the reward for a hard worker should not be more work. The reward for a hard worker should be more vacation time, more time off, and everything that we need. Red carpet treatment. This is where I'm going to shift you now, leaders. This is your tip. Anybody in your establishment that's doing good, you want them to stay, they have stuff that you like. The reward to those people should not be more work. No, it should be benefits. Because what you're teaching the ones that are not doing their job is, okay, so I can come and do the bare minimum and get the same pay as Miss Howard. And Miss Howard is even doing my job for me. You're not building capacity that way. I'm sorry. You're not building capacity that way. So let's switch it. How about the highly effective teachers? You know, get the best kids, and they can leave early on Friday. They can have extra resource teachers in their room. They get a new printer. They have 1,000 more pages on their copy numbers on the copy machine. They get all these privileges. How about that? The reward for good work should be privileges. So now the person that's not doing their job, like, oh my God. Hey, what if school sounded like this? Guys, we're going to have to do a professional development training tomorrow morning because we're not meeting our data. The state is coming and so on and so forth. However, it is mandatory for everyone to attend. However, anybody who's highly effective, you can stay home. Why do you have the the highly effective teacher that is getting results doing? I'm not saying that they don't need to learn. Learning is a lifelong process. Why are they in the professional development? Apart from if it's like a state mandated certificate, like they have to get a certification. I'm not talking about those type. Why are they in professional development? Why you have them planning with coaches and people from the district? When they're running circles around the people from the district coming in and they don't even know what the guidance document is. Throw it away. Throw it away. Why are they in this development when these people don't know what they're talking about? How about the teachers that their performance is not where it needs to be? They need to be in the professional development. The reward for hard work, leaders, the reward for hard workers is benefits. Let's switch it up. Okay? Let's switch that up. And support staff, my advice to you is don't fall for the lie. You are wonderfully made the way you are. And if you can't handle it, it's okay. Have a conversation. Don't take on all this stuff on your plate because you're desperate for somebody to recommend you for a promotion. Because how about this? You can get it without it. Think on that. Listen, that is all the time I have today. Cheers to the end of support staff abuse. It needs to be stopped. Okay. I love you all. At LFK Services, come on, follow us, subscribe to the channel, listen, write to me, tell me what the next topic should be. Give me your testimony. Have you experienced this? Let us know. And always remember, you deserve to be stress-free. Take care.